Hello everyone, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Week in Review, where we take all the news and things talked about in Star Citizen and summarize them down into a 5 to 10 minute video at the end of your week. So the This Week in Star Citizen mentioned we got a Galactopedia update on Thursday. Wednesday we got the January monthly reports, the Persistent Universe 1 coming out in the comlink, and Squadron 42 coming out in email, so next week we'll be getting the Squadron 1 on the comlink. Thursday, we got an episode of Inside Star Citizen all about the Arena Commander feature team. On Friday, SCL, we had the Mission feature team, and also a fun little surprise. And the MVP for this week was Victora with their Lunar New Year envelope collection. They made the Lunar New Year envelopes that we have in-game in real life, so an image should be on the screen right now for that. And in the Galactopedia update, we got... we got the Ortani system, a system that consists of a K-type main sequence star, a mesoplanet, a terrestrial planet, an ice planet, a gas dwarf, a gas giant, a dwarf planet, and an asteroid belt. Sold to the Turaya Terraforming, which moved thousands of people in to help terraform the planets. In exchange, they would get a plot of land on the only habitable planet. But before the terraforming was finished, the only jump point collapsed. Next up, the Turaya Terraforming, a terraforming company that purchased the Otani system that was founded in 2471, and after the collapse of the Pharaon Otani jump point in 2485, the company dissolved in 2496. Next, we got the Tanga system. It consists of a young white dwarf star, 2 planets, and an asteroid belt, but other than that, no real interest. And the universe of Persei, I think that's how you say it. Anyway, a universe in the Raitor system on Persei, Raitor 2, is a collaborative research university made up of several semi-independent colleges and research institutes, including the University of Persei, Analytical Research and Quantification, or UPARQ Center. Next, we have an article on the Bichette Mines. Bichette Mines was a mining group that operated from 2237 until 2796. And then we have an article on the Cutter, introduced in 2920 and manufactured by Drake Interplanetary. After that, we have Tyaina Terraforming. Tyaina Terraforming was a terraforming company founded in 2333 and closed in 2364, most notable for their failure to terraform Oriel Oberon II. Next up is Operation Mandrake, also known as the Battle of Oberon. This happened in 2946, led by Admiral Ernst Bishop of the 65th Battle Group. Intelligence was gathered that a large group of Vendul were preparing to launch a massive invasion, so Admiral Bishop dispatched a strike team to sweep through the system and engage the Vendul as soon as they appeared. While forces engaged the Vandul in battle, the UEE's Retribution moved into position to block the potential escape routes of the Vandul, leading to a conclusive UEE victory. And then lastly, for the Galactopedia update, we have the Atlas platform. The Atlas platform was a mobile missile platform developed by Anvil Aerospace. Release date was 2808. After it retired in 2821, the frame of the Atlas was used as the basis of the Ballista missile platform in 2822, and again for the Spartan armored personnel carrier in 2951. We also got the monthly reports, as we mentioned earlier. Those will be in a separate video, because those are going to be much longer. I'm pretty sure I will be splitting those up into multiple videos, so stay tuned for those, so get subscribed. And before we move on to SIC and SCL, if you are liking the video, you should give it a like, and let me know what you guys think of this format down in the comments. Thursday, we had our Inside Star Citizen episode. They discussed how Arena Commander started out as the dogfighter module way back when, and the new Arena Commander feature team, and the work that they've done so far, and some of the work they will do in the near future. If you haven't already checked that out, I'm not going to summarize the entire thing here because it was just very dense with information, so go check that link in the description below. And then this week on SCL, there was a lot in this week's SCL. It was a really great show, new format and everything. I really enjoy it. These are some of the things. In the first 40 minutes, we got to meet some of the mission feature team. That'd be Ed, Elliot, Lars, and James. They talked about how they document their work, the new races in 318, upcoming salvage and mining missions, a new racing dynamic event, which I'm really glad to see. Dynamic missions or dynamic events are going to start branching out into non-combat variants, and super excited that we're getting non-combat missions specifically to do with salvage and mining. Hopefully later this year we might see some cargo missions. They also talked about work-life balance or lack thereof, but not because of CIG, but because they just love their work so much. They are very hard to pull away from their workstations, even when they're on lunch or on vacation. I'm missing a lot of stuff they talked about in here. There was a lot. It was, again, very dense this week, so Good job, Jared. Very good show. The last 20 minutes, we got to hear from a father and son team, Nick and Robbie Elms. They started on how they got to CIG and their history. They both came from TT Games, you might know them from the people who made all the Lego games. And Nick also recounted a story of him and Chris as teenagers. They say he was about 15, playing D&D, and how Chris went way overboard on different sounds and acting with how he presented his campaign there. So that was actually really cool to see, and it's nice to see that it's not just new. How he wants Star Citizen to be very, very detailed. Some would say overly detailed, but it's nice to know that he always was this way. There's, again, a lot here I'm missing. I highly recommend you go watch it. It was very nice to see, especially a father and son team. I thought that was really cool. So again, good job, Jared. Keep it up. In other news, we had 3 PTU patches and a launcher patch this week. The sneak peek, which should be on screen now, and the description for that was, "We are go for launch." What that could mean, I leave to you. This is also the last chance for the Red Festival and the Moons of Fortune contest. Those both end February 6th, along with the Red Festival ship paints and the Red Festival discount starter pack, the C8X Pisces. And that is also with the auspicious red paint. So those also both end on February 6th. In addition to that, we also got a CitizenCon announcement. So the date was announced for CitizenCon 2953 or 2023, and that will be on October 21st in LA, California, USA. That's our news and review for this week. Don't forget to like the video if you did like it. Subscribe for more Star Citizen news, information, and tutorials. And I will see you guys next week. And as always, be kind.